Hello and welcome back to the Left-Handed Crochet Lady. Today we're going to be making this beautiful just head ear warmer with a little bit of texture and the twist in the middle. Super simple. Let's get started. Okay, so to get started, I'll be using a 5mm hook with the loop and threads impeccable yarn, acrylic, and I'll be doing a 22-inch one. So this is a pretty typical adult size, is the 22 inches, it's between 20 and 24. So for this, you're going to chain up 83. So it's 82 plus 1 because you're going to be working into that the second chain from the hook. And if you're not doing your stitches super tightly, or you're doing them looser, you can always take your measuring tape out and measure it. I'm doing it to 22 inches, which is a good fit. It's not super tight, but it's also not terribly snug either. And it gives us just enough room to make that twist at the end. So once you're done chaining, you can always wrap it around your head and see if it's a good fit for you. But for row 1, you're going to work into that second chain. So not this one right here, but this one right here. You're just going to do single crochets all the way across. So rows 1 through 4, they're going to be, rows 2 through 4 are going to be the same. And rows 1 through 4 are also going to be similar. So just a single crochet all the way across for row 1. And I'll meet you at the end of row 1 for row 2. Alrighty, so you're at the end of row 1. And you're just going to chain 1, turn your work. And for rows 2 through 4, it'll be the exact same. So you're just going to, not in this one that you just chained, but into that second stitch, you're going to do a back loop only single crochet. So insert your hook into the back loop only, that back part of the shell. Pull up a loop onto your hook, yarn over, pull through. Insert. You're just going to do this all the way across, and then you're going to repeat. So once you're done, you're going to chain 1, turn your work, back loop only, single crochet all the way across, all the way to row 4. And then I'll meet you at the end of row 4. Once you get to the end of row 4, I'm just going to put a single crochet in that last stitch. And then you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. And then working into that second, this one right here. So not the one that you just chained up, but this one right here, single crochet, not back loop only, just a regular single crochet. And then you're going to skip 2, and into that third one, you're going to do 5 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you're going to skip the next 2 single crochet into that third one. And it's going to be a repeat. So skip the next 2, double crochet 5 into the third one, and then skip 2, 1, 2, single crochet. So you're going to have these little these little bumps along here. Okay, and I'll meet you at the end of this row once you've repeated all the way across. So at the end, you don't want to end with a hump, this right here. So you're just going to do 3 single crochets in the rest. Okay. And then you're going to chain 1, turn your work, and then everything's going to repeat from here. Rows 5 and 6, you're going to repeat and alternate back and forth between them. So back loop only, you're going to do single crochets into every stitch. So back loop only, single crochets. Every single stitch all the way across. And then when you get to the end, you're gonna put your last single crochet in. You're going to chain 1, turn your work, single crochet, skip 2, 5 double crochets, skip 2, single crochet, and you're going to repeat that until you have 4 of these humps. So that will look like having, you're going to have rows 5, 7, 9, and 11 are going to be the hump, and then the even numbers will all be the back loop only single crochet. So once you get to row 12, at the end of row 12, that's when I will meet you again. So you're just going to be repeating rows 5 and 6 from here on out. Rows 5 and 6 repeated. Okay, so you're at row 12, and so now from here on, you're going to just be creating the same ridge effect that you did here by doing back loop only single crochets. So you're going to do back loop only single crochets until you have these 2 ridges. And it should be 4 of those rows. And then once you're done making the rest of your 2 back loop only single crochets, then I will meet you and show you how we give it the twist effect. Okay, so once you get to the end of that last row, you have these 2 ridges on each side, okay? And you're just going to do your last back loop only single crochet. And then you're going to cut a strand of yarn that is 3 times the length of this end. So 1, then I go back, 2, and then 3. Okay. And then you're gonna just clip that off. You're gonna pull all that all the way through. Then you're going to get your tapestry needle and attach. So for this part, it's already facing downwards, and the way that you can tell that it's facing down, right, is when you flip it over, you can see the ridges, okay? Okay, so you want the sides to kiss like it's inside out, okay, where you don't see the ridges. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna take one end, this end that you have the yarn on that you just finished, take this end, you're gonna turn it halfway right into the middle, right here, and you're gonna fold that over, kiss those ends, and you're gonna fold this side over this way, okay? So you should have 4 strips right here, okay? And then you're just going to whip stitch into these all 4 all the way across, making sure that you're even all the way across. Once you get to the end, you're going to weave in the rest of your work, making sure you're really hiding away that work, putting it into at least 3 or 4 stitches, and then going back and forth. At least 3 or 4 times till it's snug. Then you're going to clip this, and then you should be able to flip it inside out like this. And if you have any leftover ends, you can clip those off. And it's twisted. Thank you so much for joining me.